Here is a hike I took Sunday. I started from my backyard off of Peralta Trails. This is Peralta Road here. 77 is Peralta Road. And I started there and I went through the community here and then came across here and got into the state land here and went up. There's a road here. It's basically a road. There is a road here too. However, it is pretty gross. I'm not the greatest mountain biker in the world, but there's a lot of rocks and places I had to get off and walk it. But then this road is pretty good here. This is part of a ranch here. There's a cattle ranch here, and they've got a fence here, and I went along here. I've done this before. I've actually gone here and gone up, but in fact, I can show you some places I've been and give you an idea. But I have been to the top of this hill here. I went down here and checked out an area here. I thought there was another road that went down this way, but it looks like the road I was thinking of was the one up here. There's one that I thought went down and could come back down to the power. This is the power line road here, and power line trail. And it's just a dirt road that follows the power lines as they go down. Let's take a look at some of the places I've been before. It was a bike ride. I wasn't going very fast, so 5.3 miles an hour. The max was 14, and that was probably on Peralta Road when it was where it's been paved. Paved right here. So anyway, let's take a look at some of the other places I've been in this area. This one, I have gone up to this hill here. It's kind of interesting. It's actually got a cross, a wooden cross that was up there, although it was fallen. But somebody had put, not a trivial, these were not 4x4s. This looked like about a 16 by 16 pillars, and it was pretty impressive. But that was one place I've been. Let's take a look at this other one. I've gone up the same hill, the same, different way. Now this way, from the ranch, you can, from that there, you can come up here, and that's the way I did it. I bushwhacked. I think I came up here and then came down this way, if I remember right, and then came down Peralta Road. I did bushwhack through here. Maybe it was going up this way. I can't remember. But anyway, it was a good hike. This one is takes this across, and I went up to this hill here. Now this hill is also interesting. Got on my cover page on Facebook, it actually has the view that I've got of the sunset from here. Gorgeous, gorgeous hill. There is a somebody's gravesite's up there, and it got a huge rock, a gravestone, and I don't know how they got it up there. It must, I'm sure it weighed at least 200 pounds. But anyway, it was interesting to see. And then coming across road, this is the same one that's not the greatest road for biking. I think this particular time, I did take the bike this particular time, left it here and then hiked up to the top of the mountain there. And I've done, let's see, what's this one here? This one's going up Peralta and then going up and taking a path up Peralta up here. And that one's that one, this one, where is this one? He says, must be out here. Oh yeah, it's up here. I actually took a car up here and then hiked up to this hill here. Interesting hill, kind of intriguing. This is all, all of these are mostly off of Peralta Road. This one was, now this one I went up Peralta Road, cut over here to Kings Ranch Road and cut back. I think this was a hike. I could look at it and see. I could tell you by the speed. Let's see, what is the elevation profile on it? Yeah, it doesn't tell me the speed. Maybe if I do it here, it will give it Yeah, the speed's 1.9. So this was a hike, and I hiked up there and a hike back. So gives you an idea. Okay, we'll get rid of that one. This one. There's a interesting, hike up here. There's roads here. Now this is back when you could go up here, and I had to jump a fence here, but it wasn't too bad. But now they've made it so you can't get through here very easily, and so this has been cut off. I hope our association, or at least the association that owns this property, will make a path that you can get to the state land from here. This is state land here too, but there's a fence along here, and I think they're trying to, this square right here, they're trying to keep everybody out of there for restoration purposes, I think. So it'd be nice to have a way to get up at least into this area without having to go up and down Peralta Road. And this one, this was a bike ride. Come along here and went up here and then cut over. What was this one here? Yeah, this is when during the fire, well, after the fire was pretty well contained on this side, and there was no fire trucks or anything, and you could go up here. I went all the way up to the trailhead here, and it was that was a good bike ride. I enjoyed it. It was during the fire. That was in July, so there wasn't very much traffic because it was hot and the fire was going and stuff. So this one is going down the power line road, going up here and then coming back down. This one, it was an interesting, I think this is a bike ride if I remember right. Yeah. Went up here and cut over, and then no, I think I went up 77 and cut over here and then came down and cut around here and then cut over and got back here. Again, there is no real nice way to get through here yet. You can, it's been marked for a road. I think it's right here is where it's been marked for a road. And but all of this right here has all been plowed under for new houses. So anyway, that was interesting. There is a road along here on this side of Sleepy Hollow, and I did go up Sleepy Hollow, and then you can see where I cut over there and came back down here. Let's see what else. Yeah, let me get rid of this one here. This one was, now this was going up Peralta Road, but then I took a road up here, and this is, I think right here is where they have the cattle gate, if I remember right. There's a cattle gate right here. And this is part of, I don't know, I think it's maintained by the, it's before Kearney Springs. I think it is, let's see. Yeah, Kearney Springs is right here. And so it's still in state land, but for some reason I think it's maintained by the national parks because the way it's handled there. Anyway, that was interesting. And then we have the last one here, and this is going down the power line road here, then going Grand Canyon, going up Kings Ranch Road, and then cutting over and cutting across. There's not a really nice way to get through here. I did cut through this guy's, I think I was trespassing, but there is a path there. It looks like a road's supposed to go through there, and this road's supposed to come down, but it wasn't really trivial. And I did previously, I've actually gone up here and cut over because you can, it's really easy from the end of Cloudview to go over. And I've done that before and then come down across in this way. But anyway, I haven't showed that on the map. Let me show you all these places all at once. It's kind of interesting to look at them. That's all the places I showed you there, and so there's a couple of other issues. I have gone down here before. There's a pond here for cows, and I did get some pictures on this particular hike. Let me just do this one here, path. On this particular hike, right where did I see the cattle? I went over, yeah, it's right here where I took pictures of the cattle, and you can see that. So anyway, let's fly it just for fun. Yeah, right, he says. So I went here. There is and I went through, started from my backyard here, and then went through the association, Peralta Trails, and went across Peralta Road here. Now, I should have come back this way. It was very dusty coming down Peralta Road. There was a bunch of traffic. It was about 5 o'clock. I did go around here, checking a way to get through here. There's not a clean way to get here. There is a clean way to get through here, and so that's what I did. And but cut up this first road here. Now, I've gone down farther before and cut up the other road, but I'll speed it up a bit. And that's where I saw the cattle right there and got some pictures. And up we go. Dirt road, pretty decent for a bike. For me, I'm not a mountain biker, but that was pretty good speed here. And here, this is the one that's going across, if I remember right. And then this is going, cut over. That's where the ranch is right there. And then I went up here. Now, right here is where I went up to the top of the hill here, and that's where they have the cross. The fallen cross, I call it. Let's speed it up a bit. And up I go. It's about 10 miles. I reached about 6 miles an hour, 5 miles an hour. Then, there I went to Peralta Road, then I cut back. There was, and I cut over here a little bit. I went up there, but there was no way to get out there. There's a lot of campers up there, and people and, camping gear. And then I went up this way, off of Peralta Road, and I couldn't find a nice road to go up that way. I should have probably mapped it up before I went, but then I came down. It was, like I say, about 5 o'clock, rather dusty, and not really fun, but ate a lot of dust. So I came back down here and back to where I started. Enjoyable trip. I'll post this and some other pictures on Facebook. I hope you enjoyed that.